It's no longer a warm and fuzzy Christmas movie because there's actually someone who's secretly trying to kill Martine McCutcheon, and Hugh Grant has to stop it from happening. Avengers as a spy movie. Okay, so Avengers meets James Bond. They've all got numbers like in Six Underground, and they're all just double O's, but they've all got superpowers, but they travel around the world. I'm not very good at this game, I'm really sorry. Frozen as a horror movie, okay. I mean, I haven't seen Frozen, to be perfectly honest with you, but think about the most horrifying songs you've ever heard of, and zombies coming out of the frozen ice to take down, what's her name? Elsa! Let it go, let it go. Jaws meets rom-com, two sharks fall in love and have this bitter struggle to overcome the fact that they both want to kill each other at the same time, but how are they gonna get through it? Love Actually meets Thriller, okay. So it's no longer a warm and fuzzy Christmas movie because there's actually someone who's secretly trying to kill Martine McCutcheon, and Hugh Grant has to stop it from happening. Mean Girls meets sci-fi. Okay, so it's set in the not so distant future, up on planet Mars, and Lindsay Lohan is orange and red and yellow, and Rachel McAdams is like some weird, cool alien who's just really horrible to everyone else. It's going to be brilliant. Funniest memory? I mean, every day was funny. You know, like Ryan is obviously hilarious. You know, and there would be moments he just cracked the whole crew up. You know, he was brilliant to work with. And often, like, it'd be on his coverage that he'll be ad-libbing and improvising the most. So you feel really bad because the camera's not on you, but you can't help but crack up. But he's such a professional. He just like stone-faced does it. Oh, I mean, it's not me on that rail. I mean, I'm going to be honest. In fact, there's like when I jump up from the rail onto the platform, it's like done on wires, and I'm like floating up on this skateboard. But I used to skateboard as a kid actually, but I just about ollie, and that was it. And it took me so long to ollie, I was like, I can't do this anymore. But it's a real skill set. This guy called Jake was my skateboarding double, and he was excellent. Some of the stuff is done by this crew called Stora and another guy called Pasha the Boss. But I tried to do as much as I could, and I worked with Stora to kind of train me up in the limited time frame we had. So I did whatever I could, you know, but sometimes for insurance reasons or just because I couldn't do it, you know, there was stuff I couldn't do. But I really enjoyed it. It was so much fun, you know. Just like the impact, just like working on concrete. Next day I woke up and I was just like, I couldn't walk down the stairs. I was just like walking around, like limping the whole time. But yeah, it was fun though. It was real fun. It was a saltwater pool, so like by the end of the day, my eyes were just like seeing these like rainbow circles around. They were just like so fuzzy because it took this 30 seconds in the movie, but it took about 8 hours. You know, it was interesting. And also I was underwater, and Michael was like screaming direction to me, and then this was like a pre-shoot day, and so it was like my first time really working with him, so I was a bit nervous, and he kept shouting things at me, and then he'd be like, "Why is Ben not doing it? Why the is Ben not doing this?" And I'd come back, I was like, "Because I can't hear you, I'm underwater." So we figured it out, but yeah, it was fine. It was great working with Michael. I'm a big fan of his movies, like from The Rock, from Bad Boys, Armageddon, all of them really. So it was great, and he's like, you know, he's a character, he's a real character. He's very, you know, he's high octane. His movies are very much like his personality. So he's very passionate, you know, and that really comes across in his movies and really affects everyone working with him. No, we haven't actually. I should speak to him. I should be like, Ryan, sort me out. Yeah, because I would love to play Angel again. Actually, yeah, I would love. Yeah, why didn't I think about that? That was my first movie. I loved it, and I would love to have done more. So yeah, absolutely. And I love the Deadpool franchise. Yeah. No, we didn't. No, we went to some like cheesy ass Italian nightclubs, but the only singing was just, you know, us kind of singing at the top of our lungs, but there was no drumming requests. The movie hadn't come out yet when we filmed it, so no. But those guys actually, the Bohemian Rhapsody guys came and watched the premiere with me. That was really sweet. So yeah. It's done on a set, and it's actually about, say, like 3 stories high or something, but then they often shoot from down below. So then when they flip it around, it's like CGI and it looks like it's 70 or 100 stories or whatnot. But I'm still on the edge of it. It's like, you know, hanging off the side of of a castle, essentially, you know, in terms of the equivalent of size. So yeah, it's still pretty terrifying. But by the end, I'd done it so much, I was just so comfortable. It was just a lot of fun, really, you know. But I'm on a wire, so I'm safe, you know.